Crooked here. Good morning, YTPC. Philly Piper Mike here. It is Thursday, November 4th. Currently 32 degrees. It's only going up to 52. Nice cold morning this morning. Well, I love mornings. When it's in the 30s in the morning, I enjoy it. I like waking up to that brisk, cold fall air. Today I'm smoking my new Altinay billiard, Meerschaum billiard, silver spigot, rusticated. Beautiful pipe. Can't really see the top of it, but it's got like some slight rustication on the top. Man, I got this yesterday. Wasn't supposed to get it till tomorrow, supposedly, but I knew that it was going to come early. DHL is just crazy when it comes to international shipping. And the beauty about a Meerschaum, one of the reasons I wanted it, so I got it yesterday. I smoked a big bowl of it after work, and then I smoked a big bowl this morning. Cleared it out, let it sit for about a half hour. Not that I needed to. Cooled down, and then I'm smoking it now. And it's already, I don't know how well it'll show up, but it's already starting to yellow down at the bottom and then on the shank. So you can see, like right here, it's starting to yellow pretty good already. Three bowls in it. But it's a little bit bigger than I thought it was. But for the size of it, it's definitely one of the bigger pipes I have. But it's very light. The mouth, the stem is amazing. Smokes for hours. It's just, I couldn't be happier. I'm glad that I found Altinay with a bowl like this. The other Meerschaum, I'm just not a huge fan of like smooth pipes. Meerschaum would probably be the one exception, and Morta. But when I saw this pipe, I was like, oh man. It was sold. They had it online, but it was sold. So like I said before, I'd reached out to Saeed, and he had found one in production. He was going to make one for me specifically, but he found one in production. So I got it pretty quickly. But it's great because you can run as many bowls through it as you want and just keep smoking. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this colors. But already it's coloring crazy. In it today, I am smoking Dan Tobacco's Gold of Mysore, which is a straight, bright Mysore, Virginia, with a very slight vanilla topping. It's very good. It's there, but it just kind of accentuates. So Mysore is a very sweet tobacco to begin with. I think it's got like 25% sugar content. The regular Mysore Ready Rubbed from Dan Tobacco is delicious just in its own right. It's one of the blends that I got from Pascal, and this is that with a little bit of vanilla topping, which is like the perfect amount. It's not cloyingly sweet. It's there, but you taste the tobacco for the most part, with a little bit of Virginia, and I smoked or a little bit of vanilla. I'm sorry. And I smoked this over the weekend, and it lasts the whole bowl down. It's not like one of those blends that tastes really good for like the first like 2/3 of the bowl, and then the bottom of the bowl just tastes like crap. This tastes delicious the whole way down the bowl. It's funny because Pascal sent me a message the other day, and he's like, "Man, there's so much more I want to order now." And I said, "Me too." I had sent him some of the New Minster 400. He didn't ask for it, but I sent him some, and he absolutely loved it. He's like, "It's so unique, it's delicious." I'm like, "Yeah." So he wants to order a good amount of that. And same thing with me. One of the blends that he kind of sent me as just like an add-on, the Pfeifenhuber, I think it's like Long Golden Flake. It used to be called Honeydew Flake. That stuff is delicious. I have like one more bowl that I've been holding out. Because I want to smoke it. And it's similar to like Rainier 71. Also a blend that my buddy Dan just sent me. It's Sillam's 1861 or 1864 flake, which is the same type of thing. It's like a honey and citrus. Anything with like honey on it, I really like. But that Pfeifenhuber, Long Golden Flake, that stuff's super honey. So, and they sell 400-gram bags of it, which is great. So, but yeah, if you guys are in the market for a Meerschaum, I can't recommend Altinay. Like I was saying, they're like the Dunhill, or the like the Costello of Meerschaum. They're very, very well made, top of the line. They're not crazy expensive. I mean, this pipe was a little bit more because it was silver spigot, and I guess because of the size of it. But they have some pretty decent, really, really nice Meerschaum pipes for under $200. So my buddy Dan sent me a sample of Captain Black Grape, which I knew I was going to hate it, but there's some members of the Naps group that love it, especially Ryan McCauley. That son of a bitch. He was like, "Oh, it tastes like, grape Fanta and Big League Chew," which are two things that I love, especially growing up, man. I couldn't get enough Big League Chew and grape soda, but this does not taste like that. It smells like that. It smells amazing. It smells like exactly like Big League Chew. It's exactly what it smells like. However, the taste does not convert from the smell. It's oh man, it was bad. I took about 5 puffs of that. I used an old ratty cob that I had. I threw the cob in the trash. I was like, oh god, I was gagged. It was so bad. And I kind of knew that. I mean, I love cherry stuff, but I hate cherry tobacco. I don't know why I thought grape would be any better, but it's gross. So if anybody's interested in trying some of that stuff, I have a sample of it that I'd be more than willing to give you. But it ain't for me. I planned on doing a review of it, but I can't even. It would ruin my drive to work bowl. I would take about 4 or 5 puffs and be like, "Ugh," and then throw the bowl out the window. So I'm gonna just avoid all that and just tell you how bad I think it is. So there's that, which is gross. So yeah, I had asked Shane on Saturday in the beginning of the Virtual Pipe Club about like some of these Dan Tobacco blends and why they're, some of them are available in the States and some of them aren't. And he said, some of it was or is that, people, sellers, retailers pick and choose what they think might be a good seller. And then a lot of it's probably the fact that, blends that weren't brought to market here before the I think it's 2007, whatever the deeming regulation of like the tax and all that stuff. So if it's, if a blend isn't grandfathered in, then if it's a new blend, you have to, pay some absorbent amount of money in taxes and all this stuff. So I'm assuming that it's not just a blend that existed before then. It had to be, like, I guess, registered or sold, here in the States, is what I gathered. So, because a lot of these Dan Tobacco blends are awesome. I know they would sell like crazy here, but they're just not available, I guess, for certain reasons. But I still haven't reached out. It's going to reach out to Ben at tobaccopipes.com and see, what's available, what's not. Because he always said if there's ever a blend that we don't have, let me know, and if I can get it, I'll get it. And he did that with like the Wessex Curly Block, which is now, I guess, Peter Heinrich's Curly Block. But man, this stuff is really good. It reminds me of what I could compare it to would be like the vanilla roll cake, but I believe there's Kentucky in that, and it's not as sweet as that. It's toned down a bit. So if you've ever had that, like the McBaron Vanilla Flake is very, very, very vanilla. It's good. I enjoy that from time to time, but you really have to want like a punch of vanilla. And the roll cakes is that type of flavor, but just toned down a bit. And then this is a slightly less sweet vanilla, or a different flavor vanilla, but even less than that. So it's really good. But yeah, it was it's funny. I had a bunch of people reach out to me yesterday. When I mentioned that I had a guy Alex show up at my work, and they were like, "What? Like, the dude showed up at your work?" And I was like, and the more I thought about it, I was like, yeah, that is kind of ballsy to just show up at my work and like, yeah, it's just like kind of crossed the line that I didn't really think about it. I try to be nice, and I was just trying to be helpful, and hey, how are you? And, nice to see you. But the more and more I thought about it, and the more and more those other guys had kind of driven home the point, like, dude, like, if you did that down here in like North Carolina or in Texas, like, your ass would get shot. And I was like, well, it's not like he was like threatening or anything, but it's definitely odd, for sure. I like to keep business and pleasure separate. So, I reached out to him. He had commented on the other thing that kind of took me off. He had, when I talked to him, he was like, yeah, I kind of, just new to the pipe. I'm a cigar smoker, and I just have some questions. And if you had like maybe 15 minutes sometime to kind of, give me some tips or this and that. And I was like, yeah, no problem. We could, here's my number, you can text me or whatever. Which, looking back, is probably not smart either. But then the same gentleman was commenting on Chris Merkel's post about wanting to send him stuff, and that he had been sending stuff to YouTube or, people in the YTPC for like 15 to 20 years, which pretty sure, the YTPC is only about really 10 years old. Matches and OMS and guys like that started around 2010, 2011. So, I mean, the YTPC wasn't really even a thing 15, 20 years ago. YouTube wasn't even a thing 15 or 20 years ago. I think it started like sometime in like the, late 2000s. So there's no need to, to bullshit people or to lie. I mean, it's just, there's nothing to prove, So yeah, I mean, I think Chris was a little put off. And then I started reading comments, and I was like, man, maybe I should have been like, what the heck? So, just a strange situation. So, I wrote to him and said, I have no problem giving you tips and pointers and helping you. But if you want to do that, you got to keep it in the social media realm on YouTube or, like that. Comment section. Be glad to help you, but not a show up to my place of business type of thing. But anyway, I just try to be nice to everybody and help everybody, and sometimes could be a little naive, I suppose. But Altinay pipes. If you're looking for a Meerschaum, can't recommend them more. I have a feeling this isn't going to be my last Altinay pipe. Shoot, I guess I can go around. I'm gonna loop around. Dan Tobacco Gold of Mysore is a very good blend, very deliciously sweet, really good with a cup of coffee in the morning. That's really all I got for you today. It's Thursday, one more day till Friday. So I'm looking forward to the weekend. And I hope you guys have a great day. Hope you guys are all doing well. And see you guys on the next one. And remember, the left lane is for passing. See you guys.